To you by resturants TV, streaming from Tempe, Arizona. And we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone, it's Tia Moore here with NextView Home Professionals. Thank you for joining us for our 9th episode of NextView podcast. I'm excited that I have an awesome celebrity chef in studio today. Chef Ron from Food Vision.
Yes. Hi.
We'll talk to him in just a few minutes, but first we want to make sure we say hello and thank you to our sponsors. We have the Oliver Whalen team with Nova Home Loans as our sponsor. I was actually just talking to the guys today. They actually have bank statement loans if that's something that's interesting for you. So for example, if you're a self-employed individual like we are, right?
Right.
If you're self-employed, they can actually use your bank statements as deposits, or if you haven't filed your tax returns yet, that could be a great option for you if you're interested in purchasing a home, and that is a hurdle. So be sure to contact Ryan or Justin at the Oliver Whalen team, and they'll be sure to help you out. Our other sponsor is Yvonne Hunter with Platinum Home Warranty. If you need home warranty for the new house that you're going to purchase with Justin and Ryan. Emmy with NextView Home Professionals. Definitely look into a Platinum Home Warranty. They're a great option if that's something that you're looking into. And special thanks to our sponsor, Jeremy Eaton with Security Title. Our favorite escrow officer is Elva Palmer. We love her. And so anytime you're doing a refinance, you're doing a purchase, make sure you put Security Title in your escrows. So without further ado, we have, everybody's been talking about it because we were saying, everybody's been asking me, is there going to be food in the studio? Is he going to bring all of us lunch? What's going to happen? So how are you doing, Chef Ron?
I'm good. I'm sorry I disappointed everybody.
No,
I came empty-handed.
No, you didn't disappoint.
Yeah.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. It's
Okay.
been a busy day, but I'm here. Yeah.
Good. I'm busy is always good.
Busy is always good. I try to keep myself busy.
Very cool. Did you cook for somebody interesting today?
Yes. My assistant, my PR, showing there her son's basketball team.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So they had, I think it was like fit hour or something like that. So for everyone that made the team, so I made them some breakfast this morning, some cinnamon toast, some syrup, sausage, with some fruit.
Very cool.
Right after practice.
Fabby, so Fabby is one of the members on the NextView Home Professionals team. She's going to be so sad because she kept saying all day when we were working, she's like, I just want a really big, good breakfast. I just want a really good breakfast. Sorry, Fabby.
Sorry.
So now we got to call you when we want that breakfast.
Man,
like, are you
please
cooking
call.
For some tea?
Call. AZ's #1 chef. You got to call us.
So so for those of you that have watched the podcast over the last few weeks, we recently instituted like a new icebreaker challenge kind of a thing. So we do like 10 rapid fire questions, and then we get into all about you, Chef Ron.
Okay.
They're not hard.
No, it's not even about hard. I'm just, what are they?
It won't be anything crazy. It won't knock you off your feet, but it'll help us get to know you quick, right?
Yeah.
So what music were you listening to on the way here? Or were you listening to anything?
I wasn't listening to anything.
Nothing? Were you working?
I'm always working because
Yeah.
my body of work is built off social media, so I'm always on my phone.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So did you do a post? Did you make comments?
I'm always posting food.
Okay.
I think of Instagram as being 24-hour TV, so I'm constantly trying to continue to post, even though I posted something already like a few minutes ago.
Yep.
But just keep kind of hitting them, bow.
Very cool.
For different food things, yeah.
Well, okay, do you have any favorite music right now?
I love all music, actually. I listen from hip hop to like gospel music to Caribbean to just country or what's his name? Phil Collins.
Okay, there you go.
So
that's
Collins.
A wide range of music.
Yeah, I'm wide right now.
I'm not mad about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what would you say what's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
I pray.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meditation is over everything.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Very good. Yeah. Do you have a favorite book?
I would have to say Soar by T.D. Jakes.
Okay, Soar by T.D. Jakes.
Yeah.
How many times have you read that one?
I've been playing around with it. I just go from chapter to chapter. I feel like each time I go to a chapter, it's kind of where I'm at in my business, so
Okay.
it kind of fits in. So I've just been taking it slow by slow, like each chapter, trying to understand it.
There you go.
And,
Very
how
cool.
to, I want to be an entrepreneur, top entrepreneur.
There you
so,
go.
Yeah.
What would you say is the best thing that's happened for you this week?
The best thing that happened to me this week is, it's my youngest birthday today.
Ah.
Yeah, so Jersey. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, 8 years old.
8 years old.
I've been a father for 8 years. Throw that in the bank.
There you go.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
What's
Jersey?
Jersey. Happy birthday, Jersey.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you say is the best thing that you've done this week that made you feel good? The one thing.
The one thing. I got a little time to think, right?
Yes.
The one thing that I did this week. Oh, I got booked to donate on my birthday to the Cancer Association Society.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When was your birthday?
November 3rd. It's going to be this Saturday.
Okay.
So it's something we booked recently.
Wow, that's awesome.
Do that. Yeah.
Well, happy birthday if I don't talk to you in 2 days.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
All right, well, very cool. See, that's the end of the rapid fire.
We could have kept going. I like that.
You were like, okay, I got more.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you have, how many children do you have?
I have 2 daughters, Jessie and Jersey.
2 daughters. So Jessie and Jersey.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about you. So tell us about your upbringing.
I was raised by my mother. My father was in the military.
Okay.
I feel like I grew up different from everyone because my family's totally different from most, and I had to live in 2 different households. So I lived in a military household, and my mom, her Caribbean side and all that other stuff. So I have a diverse upbringing.
Okay.
Yeah. And then plus my grandmother adopted, so we have different cultures in our family.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how many siblings did you have, or do you have?
All together. Not trying to throw my dad on the bus, but he's a Rolling Stone. So I have younger, like real young. I'm about to be 31. So I would say 5 brothers.
Okay.
And 1 sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. Are you the oldest? Are you
I am head honcho. I'm the oldest.
Yep.
Yes.
Shout out to
Yeah.
firstborns.
Yes.
I'm a firstborn.
Firstborn. Hey, I hold it down.
Yep. All right. You're a firstborn too. Okay. So where did you grow up?
I grew up everywhere. California,
Okay.
San Diego, LA. My dad was stationed in San Diego, so I spent a lot of time there. LA, my family's from out there, and I've lived a lot of places because of him being in the military. So
Understood.
Yeah.
Now, what brought you to Arizona?
My mom did. She just picked up one day and was like, you know what, we're leaving, and I didn't know where we were going. Mm-hmm. So we just drove down here, and then she bought a house, and we were here. So,
wow.
And that was, I think, my junior year of high school.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay, so you've been here a while.
I've been here for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Arizona's my home.
So tell us about, have you always enjoyed cooking? How did you get a start?
Cooking?
Yeah.
It started at home, of course. My mom's always cooking. She always cooked from my first level was always football, in sports. So my mom used to cook for my team all the time, for all my teammates and everything like that. So I just started with that, just watching her and then joining her. Holidays, our favorite holiday is probably Thanksgiving, because it's just all about food. So yeah.
Okay. So you started cooking at home. Your mom cooked. You would cook during the holidays and help out with that. Yeah. And you liked it.
I liked it. And then from there, like I said, I was consumed with sports. So I was kind of tied into that. But while I was in college, I went to a black college, actually. I went to Alabama A&M. I want to throw that out there.
So
HBCU, the #1 school in the world.
There you go.
While I was there, it's a small town in Huntsville. So the only thing nearby was a Walmart, which was like 40 minutes away. Okay. So it's probably different now, but I grabbed chicken and rice, and I had George Foreman grill and a rice cooker, and I would make people's like $5 meals at the dorm.
What?
So I just was like, all right, like I saw some then, but I didn't really pay attention to it. But I used to sell like just meals out of my dorm room.
Yeah.
From doing that, and then from there I just kind of got consumed with football, got picked up to play professionally, and then I kind of got consumed with that. And then when I was over, I was looking for something to do, and when football or sports has been your whole life, it's kind of hard to get into the workforce.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like I didn't fit in. So I just decided to do it on my own. So I was like, if I can make $50, $100 meals for a restaurant for just a meal, I'm sure I can sell individual meals myself.
So let's go back a little bit. So you went to Alabama, A&M.
Yeah.
Do you know a guy named Stanley Clark?
Sounds extra familiar.
And he played for Tennessee Titans for a bit. That's my friend. And I'm
I
pretty
think I
sure
really
that's
know.
the
We
college
know
he went to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that's
His
random,
name
but
sounds really familiar.
Stan, if you're watching, let us know. Confirm that's the school you went to. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah,
though.
Alabama. Bulldogs.
Yeah, and I know you guys have really tight allegiances.
Yeah, that's my family. That's my second home. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you played football in college at historical HBCU college, and then you went
to Canada.
Okay.
Went out to Canada, played ball there for a little while. When that was over, I was actually cooking there too. I just got started cooking for people out there too, because the food out there is not like United States. It's not like the States. So, and the only thing they had with like flavor out there was like Caribbean food. So, to cook some collard greens or some fried chicken for somebody out there was like, so I was doing it then too. I was at least to my teammates. Like I would cook for everybody. So
once you stopped playing professional football and you were you decided to start a cooking company.
No, I actually worked at a bunch of different restaurants. Pure Sushi in Scottsdale, a couple other places, Lolo's, a bunch of places. And I worked there for a while, and then I got into it with the place I was cooking at with the general manager, because I felt like I deserved a raise for all the work I was doing, and they didn't think that I deserved it. So I had to make a decision. So I quit that job, went and picked up a job at Nike, and Nike and Victoria's Secret. And I was working both of those jobs, and security guarding at the clubs on the weekends.
Wow.
And while I was doing that, I was working on my dream as well. So I started making meal prep meals that one of my closest friends, Marcus Green, he came to me. He's a fitness dude, and he was like, "Hey, fitness. The fitness industry is like $1 billion industry. Like people always looking for food. And before him, I was making like waffle donuts and like just like greasy like Southern food type stuff. And he was like, well, why don't you start doing healthy food? So I was like, you used to meal prep for yourself when you played, so it's the same thing, just learn. And so I took on the challenge, and he worked with me, and we got the lingo down. We started taking little classes here and there, and then I just started meal prepping, and I just started listening to Les Brown and all these different people about business and taking a chance and going after it. And I literally got like 1,000 cards. And I just passed them out to everybody at the Nike store in Victoria's Secret. And things just started happening, and I started getting a customer here. The hard part was getting the first customer. Once I got her name is Outlaw. She's been knowing me and Amber for a while now. She was my very first customer, and her $100, I used to tell her all the time, like, it kept me afloat.
Wow.
And because she would get it every week. And I was like, all right, I just got to get more people. So eventually I started getting more people because I kept handing my cards out. People started taking more chances on me. And I eventually started getting fired from my jobs because I was filling up the refrigerators with food.
With meal prep food.
And then I started selling in the back of house because they wanted food during lunch.
Wow.
So I just started doing that, and they just let me go after I had been there for like 2 or 3 years. And I was just like, all right. At first, because I all got fired from all 3 jobs within the like 2 or 3 weeks span. So the last one was Victoria's Secret. So I go outside and I sit on the bench, and I call my mom, because that's what boys do. They call their mom. I call my mom, and she, she kind of, does what a mom does. She was like, hey, maybe you should get into driving a bus because that's what she's always done, So I was just like, as a backup plan, and I was just like, let me let you go, Mom. You know what I'm saying? So I let her go, and then I talked to myself, and I prayed, and God kind of hit me in my heart, was like, you have enough to pay for your rent, because I just had got an apartment, because prior to that, I was just staying from place to place.
Yeah.
And I was couch surfing, and I finally got a place, and it was completely empty. I was just like, I'm going to pay for this place and everything. But my one customer that I knew for sure, I knew how much, and you start learning business. Like, I know for a fact in a month I have whatever the amount, 500 of what she gives me, I'll pay for my rent. So I just got to put that away.
Okay.
So, and then I didn't have a car, and there was only a Fry's down the street. So I had to get up every morning and take a duffel bag and carry all my food from the apartment to my place. And, it was just a journey. And
you worked hard.
Yeah, I worked hard. And then, opportunities started happening for me, passing out the cards. I got my first big client, who ended up being a NFL Hall of Famer, Brian Urlacher. And his wife just took a chance on me, because I used to sell her shoes all the time and talk to her. She just said she just liked that we talked all the time. And, I didn't ask her for anything. So she put me on with him, and, I started cooking for them for a while. And then I ran into this odd couple, and they put me on this lady who did Caribbean festivals.
Oh, wow.
Which led me to they booked me as the head chef for that, and then booked me for a segment, which I ran into my greatest gift, Amber, who was a producer for that. And she comes up to me and said, "Who are you?" So, and then I go to her, and I'm like, I'm AZ's dope chef, like confident, and I have these weird people with me, and they're like this little crew. And she's like, what are you trying to do? And I was like, my goal is I'm supposed to feed people. I'm supposed to, feed nations. And she was like, oh, that's cool. And then deserted me after that. She didn't talk to me after that. And then I saw her again. After that time, I lost those jobs. Before I ran into her, I got a random call from a player from the Cardinals, and he hit me up and was like, "Let me, why don't you start cooking for me?"
Okay.
So I started cooking for him and his wife, and then that turned into other players, which Larry Fitzgerald and all those other cats started coming around, the Honey Badger, and this is around that time, when they were all still on the team, and I was feeding them, and then Honey Badger booked me for an event, and then it kind of just took off. Then I ran into Amber, and at a club, and she was partying, and she just looked disturbed. So I just went to go give her a hug and talk to her, and I gave her some advice at the time. Didn't really remember what I said, but I gave her something. She remembered it. She called me and was like, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna come over and talk to you about your business." And we just hit it off, and we talked for like hours about. She really listened, so she let me get out, everything that I wanted to do with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And she gave me, she believed in me. So I literally started this from nothing, and just to be able to see where we're at. And, her not working anymore, and just fully, helping me fulfill, a dream of ours now, is kind of dope. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Shout out to Amber.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your meal prep, that part, because I know you have so many different layers to your business. And so I want to make sure that we tell everybody that's watching exactly what that looks like, and hopefully you pick up some new clientele, right?
Oh, yeah, always. Yeah.
So, okay, let's talk about the meal prep portion. So what does that look like? How does that work? How do people, tell me what you do with that part of your business.
So with meal prep, since meal prep I try to keep it as simple as possible. You want to keep it as simple as possible. One of the things I've learned through time is meal prep is all about consistency, consistency in your heart and what you want to do as far as losing weight. Anybody can feed you anything, You know, if there's no sauce, or, you know, whatever. But if you're not being consistent with yourself, there's no food that can save you from what you're, wanting to lose weight.
Yeah.
So I tell everybody, my way my meal prep is set up is each meal is between, I would say, 400 to 500 calories.
Okay.
So that's a basic meal.
Okay.
So there's 3 phases to it. You have carbs, you have veggies, and you have protein. I try to make it as simple as you just pick your protein, you pick your carbs, you pick your veggies, and we'll do our best to give you a variety of different meals.
Okay.
You know, and that's what I try to do, is just make it simple. It's to make things easier for people and to keep you on a consistent, for busy people, to keep you on a consistent lifestyle, so you're not having to stop to do things that, you know, within what you're doing with your life might hold you back from getting to where you're trying to go. So I tell people all the time, I don't cook better than you. I'm just trying to make things easier for you. So, you know, the best thing is the easy is the greatest thing ever. So if you can, you know, try out meal prep. I don't even care who you try out at this point. I just tell people, just everything's about living a consistent lifestyle. You want to live a consistent lifestyle. I want to continue to preach that to people and make yourself accountable. You know, and I tell people to spend the money, because anything that will push you to be accountable is you spending your money. So I tell people all the time, just, you know, what I do is I have affordable packages. So what I have a monthly package, which is 40 meals for $300, which will be the monthly package, and which turns out to be like $7 or something like that per meal.
Great deal.
Great deal. So, and then we have one that's 20 meals for if you don't want to take on that much. 20 meals for $140, and 10 meals for $85. So we're pretty reasonable. And every now and then I'll throw out like different deals, like 6 meals for $50 or something like that. I'll throw that out there for people. But I tell people all the time, when you contact me, the more information you give to me and you let me know how consistent you're looking to be, because people forget that meal prep is consistency. So you're going to be eating the same thing over and over and over and over again, because you're trying to reach a goal. And you know, for some people that's hard. They want to make sure they want those things. But I tell people, keep it simple and train your body to to adapt to the lifestyle that you're trying to live.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So see, I was going to ask you about the prices, but you already got that in.
Yeah. So meal prep is simple, and anybody that, if you do high protein, I do want to stress this. So if you want anything extra or high protein, we do raise our meals to $10. Okay. To balance out the.
See, and hopefully he's watching. So Ryan, if you're watching, you need to do meal prep. So we went to lunch maybe a month ago, and he asked for double chicken, and he got so mad because the chicken was like this big.
Much. Yeah.
He was like, "This is double."
And just to add that to what you're doing, it's crazy out there with these prices. And I tell people that we're, like I said, we're affordable. Yeah. And also at the same time, we're making it easier for you. And me and Amber are always thinking of new ideas to make things easier for ourselves, as far as taking orders, and to also make it easier for the customer to go ahead and place an order and not worrying about if there's going to be mushrooms or it's as basic as it comes. If anything, I add peppers or stuff like that, because I like spicy food and stuff like that. But other than that, we keep it real simple. We have simple sauces that we use that are very, very good, and we only use those for certain things. But other than that, we're pretty organized and healthy meal plan for people if they do choose to do meal prep. Okay. Food Vision.
And can they order on your website?
On our website at www.foodvisionmeals.com. I was about to give you the Gmail, but no, don't email me.
So
www.foodvisionmeals.com.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was on Instagram looking on your Instagram. Yes. So it's at AZDopeChef, right?
Yeah, at AZDopeChef or food_vision or Food Vision Meals.
Okay. Yeah. I was looking and I actually saw a friend of mine on your Facebook. So I used to play on this kickball team, and Pierre.
Okay.
So I saw him. That was the first picture. I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's Pierre." So it would look like it was a couples cooking class.
Oh yeah, it was a couples cooking class. We did this past weekend. It was shout out to Pierre and them. So they throw these great events for couples that are amazing. Hopefully they get to see this. But
and they can get them on.
They can. Hey, man, it was a lot of fun. I was excited. I told them, I was like, if any way we can organize this so we can. I'm always trying to make things better than it was before, and I was telling them, stressing to them like, man, if we can do this more, that'd be amazing. But we did a night in Italy, and we made fresh ravioli, stuffed ravioli.
Nice.
And the dough got a little thick with them, but we still did a good job. It was fun. People were laughing. We got flour everywhere. Everybody had to settle for pizza at the end. But
really?
Yeah. Hey, we had to eat, though. But the dough was thick. So it was like, all right, I can only make it perfect not for everybody.
Right.
So I was like, if I did it, maybe it would have been 100. But
But everybody was doing their own.
Everybody was doing their own. They were all into it, sprinkling the flour and everything. It was cute.
So is that a special booking type of thing?
Yeah.
That you do?
So what you do for that is you'll contact Amber, or when you go on our website, you'll see the numbers on there, and you'll contact one of us. And we rather for you to already have a group together.
Yeah.
It's better to have a group together than just signing up, because you want to do it with people that you know, because that's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
That's what I've learned with doing group things like that, not to just take random people, because it's hard.
Yeah.
To everybody's different, but when you're with friends and we were trying to treat it like sipping wine.
Yeah.
So they had little wines there from Italy.
Nice.
That wines that are supposed to be made from there, and everybody got to sip a little and have a good time and get flour everywhere. And then we made desserts too, dessert cups.
Okay.
But that was really fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to them.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
It's Pierre and Jeree.
Jeree. Yeah. Pierre Jeree. Thank you.
You're welcome. So what about, you do that, and then you also do personal cooking?
So I do personal cooking, which is people can book me for date night, and I will come in and I'll put the food together. I'll set it before them, get you all set up, clean up, and we're out of there.
Yeah.
I do breakfasts, lunches, and dinners. Like we have one coming up for the holiday. I'm cooking a whole breakfast for a family in the morning. So we do everything. Weddings, bridal showers, kickbacks. We love kickbacks. We just did a kickback wedding, which was really fun. I got to wear a cutoff shirt. Yeah, it was like, that was by one of the funnest weddings I did. And I just posted that, and that family was out of control. It was like a Halloween theme with a kickback and a bunch of military stuff everywhere. It was just it reminded me of the 90s.
And where was that at?
It was in Glendale. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. So
nice.
we travel too. I want people to understand that too, that we've been trying to pick up on that. We've been blessed enough to go to Vegas and Cali and a couple of places nearby, but we do travel.
Okay.
So I tell people all the time, if you want to book me personally and you have a friend, or you're having a vacation with your friends and you want to take me along to cook, look, just call me.
Now, here's my question for you. So do you have a special, if somebody said, we don't want to, sorry, Fry, I just knocked the water over. If somebody said, we don't want to pick, we just want you to make whatever you make, and you pick your best thing, what would you make?
My favorite thing, let's just say my favorite thing, tacos.
Yes.
Homemade fried tacos.
I'm looking at you.
Look, I'm waiting for that day where somebody, because anything that, before I even got started with what I'm doing with Food Vision, I used to cook for my friends before we go out and stuff, and that used to be my go-to, some tacos. Everybody loves tacos, and I've been doing them so long that there's so many different ways that I do them. You can do barbecue chicken tacos, you can do hot wing tacos.
What kind of vegetarian tacos do you make?
We can do it with, I used to do this thing with collard greens.
Okay.
And we used to do like collard green wraps and stuff like that. I did that for Kenny Dobbs. He was a dunk champ for LeBron's dunk champ, Kenny Dobbs, and I used to make that for him and his wife.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
See,
with jerk chicken, actually, they used to have the homemade jerk chicken.
You got me with the collard green tacos.
Yeah.
All right, I think we got a plan together.
Well, I tell people I'm throwing this little shit, like collard greens is probably about the thickest thing you could possibly use for a tortilla, and they're edible. So I tell people all the time, like, if you're trying to wrap anything, you always use a collard green because it's tough enough to even bake it. Yeah,
that's true.
You just wrap it up, boom.
Dang.
Yeah.
Man. Now I'm going to be thinking about tacos the rest of the day.
It's all right.
I got to work. I got to go. I have clients after this. Dang. Okay. Well, I definitely appreciate that. And I'm excited for that information. I feel like with the holidays coming up, you probably booked a little bit, but.
Yeah. No, I wanted to reach out to everybody. Anybody trying to book for their company or trying to book for a family, a big family dinner, or for Thanksgiving, Christmas, or anything, we're always open until otherwise. For Thanksgiving, we normally do meals. So if you don't want to cook for your family, I'll set up the meal prior the day of, and you can pick up at a certain time, and then that's it. And I only take on so many because, I want to go home to my family.
There you go.
So we'll set you up for Thanksgiving orders. If you want to order, I think it's you get a turkey or a ham, and it's, you can either get collard greens or potatoes, and, we'll get you some yams. We'll give you like a traditional setup, and then you can come pick it up. And
so all the people who want to fake like they made Thanksgiving
like you
dinner.
made it, I'll set you up. I'll get you. I'll have you looking like a genius out there.
Man,
last year I sold so many mac and cheeses. It was crazy. I'm pretty sure some people got all kind of.
Fabby, see, you can get some macaroni and cheese for precious, and you won't have to make it.
Hey, and my mac and cheese is fire too. It comes in different flavors. We can do jalapeno. We can do we can a lot you can do with mac and cheese.
Thanksgiving will be lit this year. We got Chef Ron who's gonna come through for us. Yeah. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, peach cobbler, anything you think of, chitlins.
I gotta work after this, and I'm starving.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm working now, but okay. Tell everybody I say stuff, but I don't know. So tell everybody one more time how they can get a hold of you.
Right. You can get a hold of me at my website first. You can get www.foodvisionmeals.com, or you can get on my Instagram at AZ's Dope Chef, or you can go to food_vision, or you can go Food Vision Meals. You put any one of those in, you'll get to me. You can go to my Facebook at Ronald Young, and you can find me on there. Also, if anyone, I tell people to just reach out, leave comments and stuff. I may not call you or anything, but if you want some advice about anything or want to talk, just hit me up, because I know it's tough out there for entrepreneurs and dreamers and people with dreams, because I used to definitely sit at that Nike store at Arizona Mills Mall and stand there in front of everybody all day. I was there physically, but mentally I was already doing what I'm doing right now. So I tell people to, dream forward, dream forward.
That's awesome. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Amber, thank you for all of your help in setting everything up. Stacy Baker, thank you so much
for
your
introduction. If you're trying to get the best PR, Danae.
Oh, yes.
But I'm not
she's not trying to hear that.
I'm not trying to. I don't need any more clients. I'm good.
Well, you can send them my way.
Right. Yeah. Thank you for the introduction. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Before I go, you guys, as you know, I am a real estate agent in the Valley. I run the NextView Home Professionals team. We have an amazing group of ladies that will help you with all of your home buying, your home selling. If you're looking to improve your investment portfolio, we are the team for you. You can reach us by going to www.nextviewre.com. So nextviewre.com. You can reach me on Instagram at nextviewtia, or you can reach us on Instagram at on Facebook at NextView Home Professionals. So I want to say a special thank you again to our sponsors, Ryan and Justin from the Oliver Whalen team. Reach out to them for all of your home purchase, home refinancing needs. Also to Yvonne Hunter, Platinum Home Warranty. Contact her if you want a home warranty, whether it's on your personal property, whether it's on an investment property, whether you want to give it as a gift for Christmas. Check that off your list. And then also to Jeremy Eaton from Security Title. We love working with Elva Palmer over there. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to get a hold of us. Otherwise, you'll see us next Thursday at the same time. Thank you so much.